What's going on, guys? Assalamu alaikum, back at it with another video. I hope all of you are doing great. Another day, guys, and another Citizen watch to cover. This one again is from their Promaster line, and again this is more towards the Promaster water, and yet it's again a dive watch. I know the previous watch that I covered, the Aqua line, was also a diver's watch. Personally, this is one of my favorite watches from my collection, and it has less to do with the functionality or the features of this watch, because again this is a very basic, very bare bones mechanical watch. And yes, it is a mechanical watch, so if anybody has something against the eco drive system of a Citizen or the eco drive movement, they can definitely check this one out, because this is a mechanical watch and this is a diver's mechanical watch, so you're definitely going to like it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's check the watch up close and up front. And there you have it, fellas. That's the Citizen Promaster Marine, reference number NB6004-08E. Now the very first impression that you get once you look at this watch is this industrial grade, very aggressive, very chunky and rugged looking kind of watch. It's very big. It's one big chunky boy. One would expect that it actually weighs quite a bit as well, but that's the best part. It actually doesn't weigh that much, and I personally think it's a very angular, very aggressive looking kind of a watch, despite the fact that the main face is actually circular. But if you look at the side profile, the edges and everything, they are very angular. We'll discuss that in a bit as well, and how this watch is actually made in terms of design and everything. Talking about the dimensions, we are looking at a case size of 46 mm. Including the crown, it goes up to 50 mm. The lug to lug is also 50 mm. The lug width is 23 mm. And the thickness of the watch is 15 mm. This thing weighs about 105 grams, which is actually quite light. It's on the lighter side. It actually weighs less than a whole lot of G-Shocks out there. And the reason for that is because of the entire thing is made out of titanium. We'll come to that in a bit. The very first thing I would like to discuss in terms of how this watch is made is if you can actually see that crystal in there. It's a sapphire crystal, it's anti-reflective and everything, but it's dome shaped. So a lot of watch veterans, pros would know this, that divers watches tend to have these dome shaped crystals on them, and the reason for that is because of the fact that you have to have good visibility once you are underwater or you're diving with a dive watch. The other reason is that it actually has to be water resistant, because of the fact that the more you go down, the more water pressure increases, and your crystal has to basically deny that water pressure to keep it safe. That being said, we have a dome-shaped crystal here, sapphire crystal, and it is a very thick crystal. It is quite obvious looking at it that this thing is very fishbowl kind of a crystal, very thick. Coming to the case, this watch is basically made out of titanium. I'm not sure about the bezel. I couldn't find information anywhere, but do let me know what material is the bezel made from. But the case definitely is made from super titanium, and it is treated with Citizen's proprietary hardening technology, which is called the Duratect. So it makes this titanium 5% more strong, and it also makes it 40% lighter. It also won't react to salt water, obviously, if you're taking it underwater and everything in the ocean, or just regular stuff. Also, let me tell you guys that this case is DLC coated. Coming to the bezel, we have a 60 clicks unidirectional bezel, which is very crispy. The action is very smooth, as you can hear. There you have it. And it is very precise. There is no back and forth movement in it to basically sort of get off the indices in terms of triggering someone's OCD. It aligns very well with the indices, and as you can see right now it's at 12. You have a marking here up at 12 with a pearl, which is basically lume. One thing that I basically discussed when I was reviewing the Aqua line was how slippery the bezel felt. Now I would say that you don't have enough space on these sides to rotate the bezel, but it makes up for this side. The side profile of this watch is absolutely gorgeous, and you have plenty of ample space to sort of grip the bezel. Look at how flushed that case is cut basically, and on top of it the bezel, that thick bezel sits. It gives you enough space to basically grasp it and rotate it if required. Even despite the fact that this watch is quite bulky, quite big, it has a whole lot of seamless design going on. I love how the case sort of just merges into the lugs. The lugs, despite being the fact that the watch is big, are not that prominent. They feel integrated as part of the case. They do not stand out. And this part of the strap, now this does come in a bracelet. I have it in the polyurethane strap. This part of the strap is basically, it feels as if it's integrated in the lugs, and it's kind of immovable from here. This is why they have given these corrugated sort of patterns to basically give some sort of flexibility to the strap. I wouldn't say the lug action is 90 degrees, but it's still fine. And because of these straps, if you can tighten your buckle, so the watch is gonna sit pretty flushed. The bezel also has this rough texture to it. It seems like, you know, a corrugated texture on it. It's very rough, helps with the grip. Then you have your regular bezel markings on it, and you also have these screws on it. Now, I don't know if they've sort of given these screws for appearance, aesthetics, or have they actually screwed down the bezel to the case like Breitling does it. Coming to the crown, you don't have a very big, very gigantic, prominent crown, but it is there. It has the Promaster logo on it, as you can see, and it has these very, very sharp knurlings, helps with the grip. It is a screw-down crown for two-step screw-down crown for basically one step for quick setting your date, which is at 3 o'clock, and the second step for setting your time. Pretty good grip on the crown. I just love it. I love how bare bones this watch is and how well they have done with the entire aesthetics and the entire utility of how well this can be used underwater. Everything here has a very good grip. Everything usable here has a very good grip. We're talking about the bezel, very good grip. We're talking about the crown, very, very solid grip. If you talk about the straps as well, as you can see, the keepers have these rough patterns on them, helps with the grip as well. And on this side of the strap, you again have these rough patterns. Again, helps with, you know, putting your strap in the buckle and taking it out. This side of the strap has a fin towards the end. It helps with keeping your watch secure in your buckle. And this side has your two keepers and a pin buckle. Now this particular Citizen branding is also lume. The lume on this watch is absolutely phenomenal. I was just blown away by it when I first saw it glowing in the dark. The indices on your dial, they glow, as well as the two markings on the left and right side of your date window. They glow in the dark as well. And the Citizen branding on the buckle, that glows in the dark as well. Apart from that, your hour and minute hands, they also glow in the dark, as well as the orb on the second sweeping hand, that actually glows as well. The buckle is a standard single pin buckle. Talking about the dial, now if you look at the face of the dial, it's in that orca whale pattern, and your minute hand is that arrow shaped minute hand with a red outline all around it, and your hour hand is a syringe shaped hour hand and looks very good. Talking about the second sweeping hand, so it's a standard second sweeping hand, a straight line, and then towards the end you have an orb, an orange orb, and after that the second hand turns red. At 3 o'clock, you have your date window, which is further displayed by these two set of wings or two set of looms. And inside you have all your minute and hour markings going on. On 12 o'clock, you have another red marking with Citizen branding going on. On 6 o'clock, you have automatic divers 200 meters water resistant marking. Yes, this watch is 200 meters water resistant, ISO certified, and you also have your Promaster logo over there. The strap, as I said, is a polyurethane strap. Nothing that I fancy too much, but it's good for diving purposes, I guess. It's very rugged, feels very, you know, the kind of thing that you would take underwater. Now, talking about the movement in here, this is Citizen 9000 Miyota 9501 automatic movement. Yes, this is an automatic diver. So like I said at the start of the video, if you guys do not like their eco drive system, you can definitely opt for this. A very good, very precise movement. It is an ISO certified diver watch. It has a 42-hour power reserve, nothing too great, but nothing too bad either. Also, the caliber is anti-magnetic, which enhances the precision of its timekeeping. So all in all, a very good watch. All in all, a very bold, very formidable looking watch. Like I said, it looks very big, very prominent. Like the previous Aqualand model as well, that was also very big, and I would definitely wear it on day-to-day uses just because of the fact that how rugged and how well made this watch is. The brushed aluminum finish on your titanium case, the matte finish on your bezel and everything, no polishes, nothing to basically stain, nothing to basically put your fingerprints on. It's there. It's a very, I personally think it's a very good daily runner, and you can definitely opt for wearing this watch daily. And that is how it actually looks on my tiny wrist. Like I said, these corrugated patterns help with keeping your strap in line with your lugs. They don't sort of allow the strap to just, you know, pop out from its sides because of the fact that it's not exactly downwards from your lugs. But once you strap it in, it basically pulls the strap towards bottom, and again, it helps keeping the watch sit flushed on your wrist. So yeah, that's about it. That's how it looks on my wrist. So guys, there you have it, the Citizen Promaster Titanium Divers watch. Like I said, personally, I love this watch a lot, although it looks very big on my wrist. It's a very big, chunky watch. But if somebody's looking for a very good, very affordable automatic divers watch, this is something you definitely want to check out. I think the only thing that I personally do not like a bit about this watch is the fact that it is only 200 meters water resistant, despite being the fact that it is actually a divers watch. Go visit International Watch Company, their website, and this particular model right now is in stock. You can check it out, you can check out the price, you can talk to them, get it delivered, or pick it up from one of their outlets. That was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Allah Hafiz.